Welcome to a narrated discovery, the channel where we wander slowly, listen deeply, and explore the world's hidden beauty, one country at a time. Today, we journey to Palau, a small island nation set like a string of emerald beads in the western Pacific Ocean. East of the Philippines and north of Papua New Guinea, Palau is an archipelago of over 300 islands, most of them uninhabited, scattered across turquoise lagoons and open sea. Home to about 18,000 people, Palau is one of the world's least populous countries. Its people are mostly Christian, divided between Roman Catholic, Protestant, and Motokengi, a unique syncretic faith blending Christianity with ancient Palauan spirituality. Here, belief is lived in the rhythm of waves, the patience of fishing, and the stories whispered by wind and rain. Settle in, let your mind drift, and come with us as we wander among coral islands, shadowed forests, and quiet villages, discovering the soul of Palau. Imagine yourself arriving in the first blush of dawn, as your boat glides gently between the iconic rock islands, ancient limestone outcrops clad in thick rainforest, their bases eaten away by centuries of tide. Mist lingers above the glassy water, and the only sound is the call of fruit doves and the soft splash of your paddle. You breathe in the salt and green, feeling the air grow warm as the sun rises over the horizon. The world here is slow, gentle, alive. Your guide greets you with a wide, easy smile, Alai, and welcomes you ashore onto a beach of soft coral sand. The day is new, and everything feels possible. You wander through a thicket of pandanus and coconut palms, following a narrow path that leads from the shore to a small village. The houses are raised on stilts, woven from bamboo and thatch, shaded by flowering trees. Children run past, their laughter ringing above the hum of insects and the distant barking of dogs. Women sweep leaves from the paths, pausing to greet you as you pass. You are invited into a family's home, where breakfast is laid on woven mats. Taro and yam, fried fish, fruit still warm from the morning sun, and a bowl of sweet coconut milk. You eat slowly, savoring the gentle flavors, listening as your hosts share stories of fishing expeditions, storms survived, weddings and moonlit dances, of spirits that guard the islands, and ancestors who crossed the sea in outrigger canoes. After breakfast, you follow your host to the water's edge, where a fleet of wooden boats bobs in the shallow lagoon. The fishermen are already preparing for the day, repairing nets and sharing news in quiet voices. You join them in their work, learning how to tie knots and patch sails, how to read the clouds and the color of the sea for signs of changing weather. A young girl teaches you to weave a basket from palm fronds, her hands sure and quick, as she tells you about school, about festivals, about the old legends she loves. She shows you how to plait flowers into your hair, a custom for visitors and friends. In Palau, beauty is made and given freely. The sun climbs higher, and you are invited to join a fishing trip. You wade into the cool shallows, feeling small fish brush against your legs, the sand soft and shifting beneath your feet. The fishermen pull their boats out across the lagoon, calling to each other in sing-song voices, casting nets in arcs that shimmer in the morning light. You help pull in the catch. Snapper, rabbitfish, parrotfish, each one shining and bright, a gift from the sea. Later, you drift across the lagoon in a dugout canoe, paddling between coral heads and floating gardens of seagrass. Sea turtles surface to breathe, their shells gleaming in the sun. A manta ray glides beneath your boat, vast and silent. You pause, awed by the color and abundance of the underwater world. Clownfish and angelfish, the shifting shadow of a reef shark, the intricate pattern of coral blooming just below the surface. As midday approaches, you return to the shore where lunch is being prepared over a wood fire. The aroma of grilled fish, coconut, and breadfruit mingles with the sea air. You eat beneath the shade of a breadfruit tree, the meal simple and satisfying. Stories drift with the breeze, tales of ancestors and ancient chiefs, of the powerful women who have always shaped Palauan society, of the sacred places hidden deep within the forest. In the quiet hours after lunch, the village slows. Some people nap in hammocks strung between trees. Others sit and carve storyboards from soft wood, each panel telling a legend or memory, passed from hand to hand. Children play on the sand, their laughter mingling with the distant drone of bees. The air is warm, still, alive with the gentle pulse of island time. You follow a winding path through the forest, the canopy above filtering sunlight into shifting patterns on the ground. Ferns unfurl in the shade, and orchids bloom in the crook of mossy branches. The ground is springy beneath your feet, rich with centuries of fallen leaves. The air smells of rain, earth, and growing things. Suddenly, you come upon a traditional men's meeting house, its steep roof painted with stories in ochre and black. Your guide explains the meanings. Here, legends are not just told but painted and carved, woven into every part of daily life. You sit for a while, listening to tales of the first navigators, of giant clams and trickster gods, of lessons learned and wisdom passed down. The world outside is silent but never empty. Later, you walk along the edge of the mangroves, where the sea meets the land in a labyrinth of tangled roots and tidal pools. Crabs scuttle sideways, and egrets pick delicately among the shallows. You are shown how to find edible shellfish, how to spot the tracks of monitor lizards, and the patterns left by tides on the mud. As the sun drops toward the horizon, the village gathers for evening. Children are called home, cooking fires are rekindled, and the sky flares with color, pink and gold, deepening to violet as night comes on. You help prepare dinner. Taro cooked in coconut milk, fish roasted over coals, wild greens gathered fresh from the forest. The meal is shared by lamplight, the air filled with the scent of flowers and wood smoke, the gentle murmur of conversation. After dinner, people gather outside. Someone strums a ukulele, another taps a rhythm on a wooden drum. Old songs rise in the night air, sung in harmonies that echo the movement of the sea. The stars come out, bright and close. You lie on your back, watching constellations rise above the palm trees, feeling the world grow soft and spacious. In Palau, night is a time for peace, for rest, for stories, for gratitude. You sleep to the music of waves and the soft rustle of leaves, the air warm and gentle. The world feels safe, cradled by water and memory. Morning comes with the call of kingfishers and the hush of wind through palm fronds. The village wakes slowly. Fires are kindled for tea and breakfast. Nets are checked and boats prepared for the new day. You join a family on their way to market, paddling across the lagoon as sunlight shatters on the water's surface. The market is a gathering of color and life. Stalls piled with bananas, taro, breadfruit, papaya, and fish of every size and shade. Women in flowered dresses bargain and laugh. Children weave between baskets of coconuts and piles of betel nut. You try a slice of pickled mango, sharp and spicy, and a cup of strong coffee sweetened with condensed milk. The voices around you flow in Palauan and English, in laughter and song. After the market, you visit a local school. Children greet you with songs and bright eyes, eager to share what they know of the ocean, the stars, and the old stories told by their grandparents. Their lessons are a blend of tradition and change, math and science alongside canoe building and the lore of wind and tide. The teacher invites you to join a game of tag beneath a rain tree, and you are swept up in the easy joy of the moment. Later, you make your way to the capital, Ngerulmud, perched quietly among rolling hills. Here, government offices nestle amid gardens of hibiscus and heliconia. There is little of the noise and rush of great cities. Instead, business is done in slow conversations, in the cool of shaded porches and over shared cups of tea. You visit a small museum where displays tell of Palau's long story, ancient migrations by canoe, the arrival of explorers from far away, times of colonization and war, and the hard-won independence that followed. Photographs show elders in traditional dress, young people dancing, families gathered for festival and ceremony. Carved storyboards line the walls, each a window into a legend or a lesson. Outside, you walk in a garden planted with breadfruit and pandanus, mango and flame tree. Butterflies flicker among the blossoms, and lizards sun themselves on stone walls. The world feels old and young at once, as if every root and leaf is bound to memory, yet open to new beginnings. You spend an afternoon in Koror, the country's largest town, spread across a cluster of islands joined by bridges. The streets are busy with scooters and laughter, shops selling bright sarongs and pearl jewelry, markets fragrant with smoked fish and tropical flowers. You wander the waterfront, watching boats slip away toward distant atolls, the sea changing color with every hour. You stop at a waterside cafe for a bowl of tinola, chicken soup flavored with ginger and greens, and a glass of chilled coconut water. The cook tells you stories of storms and family, of good years and hard ones, of the ways the ocean gives and takes in equal measure. The days settle into an easy rhythm. Mornings spent on the water, afternoons wandering the paths between village and forest, evenings gathering with friends old and new. You visit a workshop where women weave mats and baskets from pandanus, their hands moving quickly, stories and laughter rising with each pattern. You watch a craftsman carve a canoe paddle, the wood polished smooth and shining. One morning, you journey by boat to Babeldaub, Palau's largest island. The coast is wild here. Mangroves fringe the shallows, while hills rise lush and green beyond. You follow a guide up a forested trail, the ground springy beneath your feet, the air alive with the call of fruit bats and the scent of wild ginger. You come to a waterfall tumbling into a cool, clear pool. Children leap from rocks into the water, splashing and shouting. You wade in, letting the current swirl around your legs, the spray bright on your skin. The forest seems to pause here, holding its breath, listening to the laughter and the water's song. As you rest on the mossy bank, your guide tells you the story of the goddess who once hid her tears in this place, creating the waterfall to comfort her people. You listen, feeling the layers of belief and love that run deep through the land. In the afternoon, you visit stone monoliths set on a wind-swept hilltop. Their origins are mysterious. Some say they are ancient tombs, others that they mark the spot where gods once touched the earth. The view stretches across forest and lagoon, the sea shimmering beyond. You sit quietly, letting the wind carry away your thoughts. Returning to the village, you help prepare for a celebration. Flowers are gathered, mats are spread, food is cooked over open fires. The whole community comes together for a night of song and dance, of feasting and laughter. The air is alive with the scent of roasted fish and taro, with the music of drums and ukuleles, with voices raised in joy and gratitude. Elders share stories beneath the stars, their voices strong and gentle. They speak of the old days and the new, of change and continuity, of the duty to care for land and sea. Children curl beside their mothers, listening with wide eyes, learning the rhythms of story and silence. As night deepens, the celebration winds down. You walk back to your guest house through quiet lanes, the moon painting silver paths on the water. The world feels safe and kind, every leaf and shadow wrapped in the gentle hush of Palau's night. Another day, you join a group heading out to sea at sunrise. The lagoon glows turquoise and gold, and the boats slip silently over the glassy water. You pass coral gardens, blazing with color, parrotfish, wrasse, sea turtles, and rays moving in slow, graceful arcs below. The world beneath the waves is as rich and intricate as the world above. You stop at a tiny island where the only sound is the wind in the palms and the distant hush of surf on the reef. Here you learn the art of spearfishing, the patience required to read the movement of water and fish, the quick flick of a wrist, the celebration of a successful catch. Lunch is prepared on the sand. Grilled fish, rice, breadfruit, and fruit picked fresh from the trees. As the day warms, you snorkel among coral canyons, floating above giant clams and swaying anemones. Sunlight dances on your skin, and the ocean holds you gently, weightless and free. You follow your guide to a hidden lagoon, where jellyfish pulse slowly in the warm, salty water. You swim carefully, amazed by their beauty and the strangeness of this secret world. In the afternoon, clouds gather over the islands. A sudden rain falls, warm and soft, drumming on palm leaves and rooftops. The rain brings laughter. Children race outside, dancing barefoot in the puddles. The air is washed clean, and the world shines new and bright. You spend the evening with your hosts, sharing food and stories. Someone produces a guitar, and old songs rise again, blending with the sound of rain on the thatch. You listen, grateful, as the day slips gently into night. As your time in Palau draws to a close, you return once more to the water. You paddle out at dawn, the world quiet except for the call of birds and the hush of your paddle. The sea glimmers with promise. Every ripple is a reminder of journeys taken and those still to come. You say goodbye to friends made along the way, to the elders whose stories shaped your days, to the land and sea that welcomed you so easily. The village gathers for a farewell. Songs are sung, garlands of flowers are placed around your neck, and blessings are spoken in the soft light of morning. Before you leave, you walk the shore one last time, collecting shells and memories. You pause beneath a towering banyan, its roots deep in the sand, its branches reaching toward the sky. the world feels wide and open, yet close enough to hold in your heart. As our narrated discovery of Palau comes to a close, we hope this journey brought you a sense of wonder, calm, and connection. If you enjoyed exploring with us, please consider subscribing for more poetic journeys to the world's hidden places. Leave a comment if you have thoughts, suggestions, or a country you'd love us to visit next. And if this brought you a moment of stillness, a like would mean the world. Thank you for exploring gently with us. Until next time.